Welcome to the classic Storytime for kids. I'm thrilled to share today's story, The Tale of Scheherazade. Let's dive in. Once upon a time, in a faraway land, there was a clever and brave woman named Scheherazade. She lived in a beautiful palace with her father, the vizier. Now, Scheherazade's story begins in a kingdom ruled by a king named Shahryar. He was once a kind man, but after finding out that his wife had betrayed him, he became very sad and angry. From that day on, King Shahryar decided to marry a new woman every day and then have her executed the next morning. Oh no, what a scary thought. The people of the kingdom were very worried. They didn't know how to stop the king's terrible plan. But Scheherazade, with her clever mind, had a daring idea. She told her father that she wanted to marry the king. Though he was worried, he knew how brave and smart she was. So, Scheherazade married King Shahryar. On their wedding night, instead of being afraid, Scheherazade began to tell the king a magical story. Her voice was enchanting, and the tale was full of adventure. The king listened carefully, his eyes wide with curiosity. But just as Scheherazade reached the most exciting part of the story, she stopped. King Shahryar was puzzled. "Why did you stop?" he asked. "I want to hear more." Scheherazade smiled and said, "Oh, dear king, if you spare my life for just one more night, I will continue the tale tomorrow." Intrigued and eager to know what happened next, the king agreed. And so, each night, Scheherazade wove enchanting stories that made the king laugh, cry, and think. As the nights passed, King Shahryar began to change. He found joy in Scheherazade's stories, and slowly, his heart started to heal. Scheherazade told tales of brave heroes, magical creatures, and faraway lands. With each story, she captured the king's heart a little more. And can you believe it? As the days turned into months, King Shahryar realized that Scheherazade was the kind of woman who could fill his life with love and laughter. Finally, after 1,001 nights, Scheherazade revealed her clever plan. She had saved herself with stories, but more importantly, she had saved the king from his sorrow. King Shahryar declared that there would be no more executions. Instead, he wanted to spend his life happily with Scheherazade, filled with stories and love. And so, the brave Scheherazade not only saved herself, but also brought peace and joy to the kingdom. They lived happily ever after, filled with laughter and tales. Wasn't that an amazing story? Scheherazade showed us the power of courage and creativity. Remember, stories can change the world.